Yo, what's good everyone? Today I'm going to be breaking down some of my favorite DraftKings plays for tonight's 12-game NHL slate. Let's dive right into it. And like I always do here in these videos, I'm going to give you a high-level overview of my cheat sheet, but folks, I cannot recommend enough joining my free Discord channel. You can see that mentioned above. Over 830 people in there now. People are joining every single day, talking multiple different sports for DFS. We got people talking football already this morning, NHL DFS, sharing their favorite plays and picks. So if you want to join that, there's a link to do so in the description below, as well as in the pinned comment below. With that being said, let's dive into the cheat sheet here. We're going to kick it off with a couple of line stacks that I like for tonight. Starting with this first line for the Winnipeg Jets, we got Scheifele centering Connor and Velarde, and these three have been hot to start the season. Through 13 games, they've combined for 21 goals, 26 assists, and I love the correlation we get with all three playing up on the Jets' #1 power play, which has truly been fantastic to start the season, scoring at a 44.5% rate. That leads the entire NHL, and a good spot here tonight at home against a Colorado Avalanche team who has really struggled defensively this year, and their goaltending has just been poor. This Avalanche team has allowed 4.15 goals per game this season, the most in the NHL, with a penalty kill that's hit at just a 69% rate, the fourth worst in the NHL. And then a cheaper line stack that I like here tonight is that third line for the Dallas Stars. We got Johnston centering Benn and Stankoven. Now, the Dallas Stars in general, and really this line, haven't played to their potential this year, but I do love the matchup tonight at home against the Chicago Blackhawks, who just played last night and lost 4-1 to the Detroit Red Wings. We're going to see Johnston and Benn play up on the #1 power play. Stankoven plays down on the #2 power play, but again here, another line that should log big minutes 5-on-5 and a really good spot at home. Now, folks, before we dive into some of these individual plays here, if you could like this video and subscribe to the channel, I would greatly appreciate that. Every like, comment, and sub that you guys leave truly does help me out, and it's completely free to do. So again, if you could do that here today, I would really appreciate it. All right, now diving into some of these individual plays here, we're going to kick it off with the forwards, and the first guy that I got is Nico Hischier, who has truly been great for the New Jersey Devils this year. I could have highlighted either one of the top two lines to stack up in tournaments tonight, but Hischier was a guy that I wanted to highlight. They got a good spot here tonight at home against the Montreal Canadiens, a team that's allowed 4 goals per game to start the season, second most in the NHL. But again, coming back to Hischier here, he has truly been fantastic this season. He's tied for first across the entire NHL right now with 10 goals, and he's second in the NHL in expected goals, so the chances have been there for him, and he's finishing on those chances. Next guy that I got there then is Carter Verhaeghe. This guy's got some positive regression coming his way. He's got close to 5 expected goals this year, but just 2 on the actual score sheet. He's been shooting the puck like crazy as of late, and I do like the spot at home tonight against the Nashville Predators, who are also playing on back-to-back nights. And then Marty Necas right now, I don't know if there's anybody hotter in the NHL than this guy. He has truly been fantastic as of late, and I'm just pulling open his stats here right now. Scored a goal in 4 straight games, where he's racked up 4 goals, 7 assists, hitting 15, 29.5, 26, and 24 DraftKings points during that stretch. Currently playing on that second line and #1 power play for the Hurricanes, which has also been very good, in a good spot at home here tonight against the Pittsburgh Penguins. Next guy that I got there then is Chris Kreider, probably more of a tournament play in my opinion, but I do like the Rangers here tonight at home against the Buffalo Sabres, another team that hasn't been great defensively this year. Goaltending has struggled, and a team that struggles on the penalty kill. Right now they rank 8th worst in the NHL, hitting at a 74% rate, and Kreider's one of those streaky guys who can score 2 goals, have 5 shots on net, and really be a nice piece for your tournament lineups. And then Alex Laferriere, as long as DraftKings keeps this guy in the 4K range, I'm probably going to be talking about him. He's now got points in 10 of 14 games so far this year, where he's racked up 8 goals, 5 assists, 13 points, getting big minutes on the #1 power play, and exceeding value at this price more nights than not. Now, moving on to the defenseman here, and I can't say I'm in love with the value defenseman on this slate. Usually that's my go-to when it comes to playing NHL DraftKings, but I just didn't find a lot of value that I was in love with here tonight. Now, you can see I do have Alex Vlasic there. That's a really good piece at $3,400, but for the most part, I would prefer to spend up at this position tonight. I'd like to spend up for Dougie Hamilton in a great matchup here at home against the Montreal Canadiens. Again, we could stack him up with that #1 power play if we wanted to, or play him as a one-off. Same thing here with Josh Morrissey. Would really prefer to stack him up with that #1 power play for the Winnipeg Jets. Again, best in the NHL to start the season, playing an Avalanche team right now that struggles defensively. Cale Makar's also day-to-day. If he misses here tonight, even a bigger boost to this Jets team. But overall, really like Morrissey at this price of $5,800. Brock Faber, you're probably looking at this play and going, why? He has not been great to start the season. He's getting on the score sheet. He's got 6 points now in 12 games, I believe, but he is not shooting the puck like he should be, and he's just not blocking shots either. But Minnesota is in a good rebound spot here tonight after losing to the LA Kings the other night. They're playing the San Jose Sharks, one of the worst defensive teams in the NHL, so I'm going to go back to Faber one more time here tonight. If he lets me down, I'm probably going to put that on the back burner for a while. But if you look at this and go, I just can't do it, I would completely understand. And then again, Alex Vlasic here, playing really big minutes for the Chicago Blackhawks right now, getting time on the number 2 power play, and block shots like crazy. So I do like him at this price here in the 3K range. And then I got a handful of goaltenders there for you, and really a high price guy that I'd be willing to spend up for, and then some tournament options in the low 7K range. And honestly, there's a few different guys that I would be willing to spend up for at this position. I think Sergei Bobrovsky's nice for the Florida Panthers, taking on the Nashville Predators at home. I think Jacob Markstrom's in play, playing the Montreal Canadiens. But if I had to just pick one high-priced guy, it's Igor Shesterkin of the New York Rangers. Good spot at home here tonight against the Buffalo Sabres, and he's just truly been great this year, playing for that massive contract right now. And then if we are looking to save some money, again, primarily in tournaments, there's a few different guys that stuck out to me. First being Ilya Sorokin, who I do believe is one of the best goaltenders in the NHL. Sure, he doesn't have a great team in front of him right now, but again, that's why it's more of a tournament play. He's truly someone who could get you 25, 30 plus DraftKings points and steal a game for the Islanders. You have Vladar there of the Calgary Flames playing the Boston Bruins, who just can't seem to score 5 on 5. I don't love going into Boston necessarily, but again, that's why it's a tournament play. And then Nedeljkovic of the Pittsburgh Penguins. If we're looking at the season statistics right now, sure, the Penguins could allow 4 or 5 goals tonight and nobody would be surprised. Again, not to sound like a broken record, that's why this is a tournament play. But if we look at the season stats right now, the Carolina Hurricanes lead the entire NHL with 36 shots on net per game, while the Penguins allow the 3rd most shots on net per game. So that could be a recipe for success if Nedeljkovic stands on his head. And as always, going to wrap up this video here with 3 low-priced options or sub-4K forward plays. First guy that I got there is Nino Niederreiter. Talked about him the other day, and he kept the hot streak alive, scoring 2 more goals. He has been fantastic this year. Truly, that entire third line for the Winnipeg Jets has been great. He's now racked up 7 goals, 5 assists, 12 points in 13 games, averaging 11.5 DraftKings points per game. Again, playing on that third line and number 2 power play. Next guy that I got there then is Jake DeBrusk. Starting to find some chemistry up on that first line with JT Miller and Brock Besser. He's now scored a goal in back-to-back games. And then Ryan Donato is making the most right now of the opportunity he's getting with Chicago. He's now racked up 5 goals, 2 assists, 7 points in his last 6 games, hitting double-digit DraftKings points in every one of those games. Alright everyone, that is going to wrap up this video here for today. As always, thank y'all for taking the time out of your day to watch the content here on this channel. If you could like this video and subscribe to the channel, I would greatly appreciate that. Let's have ourselves a great day here, folks, and let's win some money on this 12-game NHL slate.